machines in the time trial this early in the season, there is definitely a little bit of a learning curve, and sometimes, like we saw with Zabriskie in the prologue on Sunday, he also slipped his chain a little bit there, but doesn't seem to have affected Chris Horner too much. We'll see if he can pick up the tempo a little bit. 21 seconds slower than our current leader, Cancellara, at the first time check.
Well, Fabian Cancellara went through that first time check in a time of 14 minutes and 14 seconds, and I have to say, Bob, it's rather strange here, because looking out at the course, there's not very many people out on the open road, but I think what has happened here, the huge crowds have actually got themselves to the starting area and to the finishing area, because just looking out at my commentary position here, it really is quite remarkable to see the number of people here who are welcoming these riders home. That was the little incident a few moments ago, but didn't really seem to affect the man there who is out on the road, Chris Horner, as he comes to the summit of this climb. Actually, Bob, just thinking about it, it seems to me that the crowds here have selected the places they want to go to, but looking out, the crowd at the finish line is phenomenal.
Absolutely phenomenal. George Hincapie out on course, so all of the people spectating at the start line just a couple miles away have now filtered into the finishing area, and I think that all of these great athletes are going to be in for a huge cheer when they get into the finishing straightaway. Chris Horner on one of the tricky descents out on the course before the last long valley before the finish line, which is dead straight, and a bit of a headwind blowing against the riders throughout the final kilometers of the race. Horner slipping the chain a little bit on the climb. That shouldn't slow him down too much. Let's see if he can keep it all together here on this very technical descent.
I was just going to say, Bob, he is going down that hill so fluidly and so perfectly, just hugging the corners, cutting the line straight across so he can get the apex of every corner, making the shortest distance between 2 points a straight line, but he's not losing any impetus at all. Hats off to our cameraman and the motorbike driver too, because they are doing a great job to stay in contact. I know you ride a motorbike quite a lot, and it's very difficult sometimes on a descent like this to actually stay in contact with the bicycle.
Well, just think about carrying a cameraman behind you and guiding the machine down these very tricky descents. Please, people, do not try this at home. These roads are completely closed to traffic, so Chris Horner hugging the inside. Stay on the right side of the road when you're out there pedaling. Do not cross that yellow center dividing line.
This is Tommy Danielson from Durango, Colorado, a neighbor of Bob Rolls. He's in 8th place in the overall classification, 21 seconds adrift, but he's going up this climb rather fast. I would have to say, I actually think he may well be moving in on Chris Horner just a fraction as he goes over the summit there of one of the early time checks. And look at that.